I mentioned David Dobrik way too much in my videos. Every day, it wakes up in another body and has to live through the day in another body. Aunts. Hola amigos, welcome to another mukbang for I don't know how to say it. For today's mukbang we have it's been a long time since I did packaged noodles. So these are Japanese style noodles, original flavored soup, Sapporo Ichiban. So Japanese noodles, I've never tried those in a packet, I don't think. So that's exciting. And then I have kimchi over here, and then I have a dessert PBJ, what do you call it? Peanut butter and jelly. Don't know why I did that, but for some reason I've been craving peanut butter. And by the way, if you can hear noises from the outside, it's because there's some sort of storm. I don't know, it looks like snow for some reason, but it's not snow. Let's try it out, guys. It is soup though, which I do not usually like doing soup mukbangs because I feel like dry noodles are more fun. Or not dry, but I mean non-soupy noodles. But let's try it. Actually, that's surprisingly good. Kimchi, I've tried this before. I love kimchi. I don't understand people who don't like it. My mom hates it because of the smell and because of the taste. But I love the taste. For some reason, I have a hard time like sucking noodles, you know, doing like that. I'm going to try it. So many mukbangs does this, and I don't understand how they do it. Okay. That is so messy. But I guess it's possible. Just a bit messy, and I don't really like it. Shout out of the day goes to Blurry Pilots. Her name is Ariana though, and she's actually from Denmark, so that's cool. Hey Ariana! And if you guys want a shout out, just make sure to subscribe, go down below, tell me once you've done it, and then I will give you a shout out. Let's try the juice, the soup. The soup is actually good. Guys, I'm such a copycat. I'm copying Stephanie So, where she uses usually non-metallic, you know, things. I've never seen her use metal utensils, I don't think. And the reason why is because I think it's because of the noise. Like it's painful for the ear when you hear metal noise, you know. That's good. I don't know if you guys have heard of the movie Downsizing. It seems like such a good movie. I was watching David Dobrik's Live Me. I mentioned David Dobrik way too much in my videos. But I was watching his Live Me the other day, and he mentioned Downsize Me because he was, you know, driving in his Tesla. So envious of his Tesla. But anyways, he was driving around and he saw a poster which was for Downsizing, the movie. And that movie seems like such an awesome movie. You guys have to watch the trailer of that. It seems like, and I love the concept of that, so good. Basically, the world is overpopulated. The government or scientist or whoever it was thought of an idea, which was to downsize everyone. So everyone becomes this tiny, guys, like this tiny. When you become this tiny, like everything, all of the money you have will be like times 10 or 20 or something like that. It will be like super like valuable. So like your jewelry, imagine if you're this tiny, you don't need a huge, you know, necklace, right? You just take a tiny chip of that necklace, and so you're basically rich. Once you become this tiny, you become super rich. You can get a huge house because it's basically just as big as a dollhouse. Dollhouses are very cheap. You could like sell your real house. So for example, this house, if we sold this house, let's say for example, if you sell your house and your house cost $1 million, okay, as a tiny person, that would be like maybe 10 million or 20 million or 30 million. I'm not sure how you know how much it will be, but it will be like a lot of money. You would be rich. But the downside of this, the downside of the downsize, the downside of the downsizing is that you cannot reverse it. It's a permanent thing. You cannot become huge again. So you will forever be that tiny, guys. Matt Damon is in the movie, and Kristen Wiig, I'm not sure if that's her name, but yeah. And it seems like, you know, it's such a different movies nowadays. Like, I've not seen that many good ones recently. The only movie I watch is Maze Runner. So that movie, I really hope it's a good one. I think it comes out in a month or so, but it seems like a good movie. And imagine becoming that tiny. Like, I guess it would be a good thing because you would be so rich, you know. You wouldn't have to, I don't think you would have to work. They can still be in the same world as the big people, the normal people, because you could see in the trailer they were still talking to the small people. So it's not like you would like disappear, but you would be helping, you know, the earth, because when you become tiny, it's like they're off with one more person, you know. So there's more space for people since the world is like overpopulated. That's so like genius. The person who thought about this movie is a genius. Would you guys do it? Would you downsize? I don't know if I would. Like, you would become rich, you would become like, you would be so, like, have such an awesome life, you know? But the thing is, like, when you're that tiny, is it dangerous? I feel like that's dangerous. People could step on you. But anyways, I'm excited for that movie. Tell me if you guys would do that. I think my mom said she wouldn't do it. I feel like a lot of people would though. I mean, I would definitely consider it. I love the soup. I remember in the Philippines, we would have a bowl, and then I would just take the whole bowl and be like this. My mom would be like, don't do that in the restaurant, you only do that at home. I was like, oh. Another movie that seems like such an awesome movie is called Everyday. That movie comes out in January, I think, or February. That one, oh my god, seems like such an awesome movie again. Like, I'm so happy about 2018. Like, movie seems to be coming back. Like, have you noticed movies aren't that popular anymore? Like, people don't watch them that much. Like, people just stay at home, watch TV shows like Stranger Things and stuff, and movies have kind of, I feel like, kind of dying. Switch. So this movie is called Everyday. It reminds me a lot of another of a book I actually read. Yes, I used to read books. But basically, this movie is called Everyday. Now this girl, there's a blonde girl in the movie. Don't know her name, but she is one of the main characters. Then there's this other main character who you can't really describe because it's a soul, and it's called A, which reminded me of PLL so much. I'm like, oh my god, that's A. But he or she is called Soul A. So it's basically a soul. It's not a he, it's not a she, it's basically an it. That's how the soul like describe herself or himself. Like, it said it wasn't it. Basically in the movie, Soul A wakes up in another body every day. So every day it wakes up in another body and has to live through the day in another body, and tries to make, you know, that body or that human's life better, kind of, you know. And the soul falls in love with this blonde girl, who also falls in love with him or her. But the problem is, every day Soul A wakes up as a girl and sometimes as a boy, like, but it's always the same age. Always like high school age, I feel like. It looks like an high school age. And they fall in love. Then he convinces her that it's a soul, you know. And then, you know, the whole movie is about them trying to be together. But it's a bit difficult if you wake up as another person every day. because that would be a bit weird to be with somebody who looks different every day. So this movie is obviously about, you know, don't like judge a book by its cover, basically, because she's basically judging him or her or the soul by its soul, like by its personality. It has its own personality, and every day when it wakes up, it also knows the body's story. Like if it wakes up as me, it would know who I am, it would know my family members. So that's so interesting. I asked my mom, would she be with a soul? Like, would she be able to do that? Where she would be in love with the soul, she wouldn't know the gender or anything. She said no, because she couldn't handle, you know, her loved one changing the face and body and everything every day. And also not only that, but soul A goes into a body who has its own family. So the soul can't like abandon the family and go away. It has to be, you know, the same and be there. And it's actually based on a book, which I love books like that. And I used to read a lot of books, like I said earlier. And this one book I read, I'm not sure what the name was, but I think it was called Forgotten, I'm not sure. Almost the same concept, almost. This girl in the book, this is another story. I read this when I was like 15. She wakes up every day without her memories. Like, she has no idea about her memories in the past. Like, she can't remember what she did yesterday. So what she does is, every night she writes down on her post-its about her day before, like what happened the day before. And then she has to read through the post-its to know, you know, what happened the day before. And she does remember people, I think. Like, she remembers, not everybody, but she remembers her mom for some reason. And I think her best friend. I don't really remember it that much. I was 15 when I read this, and that was like 7 years ago. So, or 7 years, I don't know math. So basically, she wakes up without her memories. Isn't that crazy? I wish they made that into a movie. She fell in love with a boy, and that was a bit hard because she forgot about him the next day. And I remember she had a friend who would help her out, be like, okay, remember we have to do this today, you know? I used to love reading books because, guys, growing up in Sweden, we didn't read that much books there. I had a really hard time when I was really young, like when I was below 12. I had a hard time reading books because I'm dyslexic, and obviously it was harder when I was younger because I didn't have that much practice yet, so I would just be frustrated and I wouldn't read books. But when I moved to the Philippines when I was 12, I fell in love with reading books, and that is what helped me with my English, with my reading and writing and everything. I fell in love with it, and I'm so thankful I'm a Virgo, because apparently Virgos love to write and read and stuff like that. So I think if I was another sign, I would have a hard time because I'm dyslexic and stuff. But it really helped me when I read books. So if you guys are dyslexic or have a hard time with writing, reading and stuff, just read books, and it helps. Even if it's a fictional book, it will help you. And I started reading so many books in the Philippines, but where I read more books, even more books, when I moved to Denmark, because I was so bored in class, like so bored. So in recess, I would read books. I read books. Oh my god, that rain! It's almost a bit scary, guys. I read books like The Maze Runner. Wait, I read that. Yeah, I did read. Wait, when did I read it? I read that a bit recently. Well, I read Velvet. Oh my god, Velvet. If you guys are bookworms and you love horror, oh my god, Velvet was an amazing book. Like, it's about this girl. I'm doing book reviews in this video. I wish I had time for books. This girl, Velvet, was an orphan, and this kind of, I don't know what to call her. She's like, what do you call those people who reads? Is it snowing? What the heck? I'm so confused. you know, those who read those tantric cards, I don't remember. Those, you know, who reads into your life and are like, oh, this is what will happen to you tomorrow, this is what will happen to your love life. Those people, you guys know. Mediums? Yeah, medium. Kind of like a medium. Anyways, Velvet got a job at this medium's place, and she had to sew for this medium. She was really poor, guys, and when this medium like gave her a job opportunity, she said yes straight away, because she would be able to live in that medium's mansion, because this medium was insanely rich, and lots of stuff happened, like, oh my god, so much. And I usually don't like stories like this probably sounds like a boring book, but it's not. And in the end, like, turns out the medium is actually a bad woman, a really horrible woman. And yeah, there was like a cliffhanger and everything. I loved it. I'm so thankful for my library in Denmark, because my god, I would die without those books. Because reading was like a way for me to escape school. And I would really go into another world when I was reading. Like, I almost forgot I was in school. Like, I was so into the book. I was definitely a bookworm back then. And I still probably would be now if I had the time. And you guys are probably like, you could read still. And I guess I could if I wasn't, you know, doing school and YouTube and everything. It's too tough to read. I think I would be able to, you know, listen to audiobooks, but I really do not like audiobooks. Audiobooks. I'm so confused how to pronounce words today. But yeah, what I would love to do is when I get to the Philippines, I really want to go to the National Bookstore and get me a book. If Tita G is watching right now, don't feel pressured at all. Or Tita Ging. I'm just saying. I'm going to go to the Philippines and I will be with my Aunt Tita G and Tita Ging. Aunts. Don't feel pressured, titas, if you're watching. I'm not saying this like a, oh, do this, but I'm just saying I have presents for you guys, like lots of presents from the US, and I spent my own money on it. Like, I worked hard for the money. Okay, maybe not all of the money, but some of the money. I would really, okay, this is asking a bit too much, but this, like, I would love a Canon G7X. It's very expensive, so I'm not going to I'm just saying, you know, but if you have like $500 set aside, like maybe you could buy it. I don't know. No, that sounds too bad. That sounds wrong. No, okay. So a cheaper gift would be like a really good book from the National Bookstore. Like, I would love a good book that I could read on the plane. Like, I'm going to be on the plane, guys. I should get a book from here actually, but I'm going to ride on the plane from the US to the Philippines. That's like a day of a travel, day travel. That's a day travel. That's 18 hours, I think. Oh my god, I'm going to die. And I used to be so excited when I go on planes, guys, like so excited. Why am I not eating? I used to be so excited about going on planes, and I still am excited, except for the part of leaving my family behind all the time. But now I've gotten used to it, so it's not that much of a high anymore. And now I kind of feel like I want something to do on the plane, because usually, like when I was younger, I would just be like this, look out and be like, oh my god, I'm on a plane, look out the window, and I would be amazed. But I've noticed that also movies and planes aren't that good anymore. Like, they used to be way better. Now movies are like, I don't know, really old movies, and I'm like, what's this? So I need a book to read. Don't know what book to read though. I feel like I've been joining so many giveaways, guys. Like, oh my god, I'm going insane with the giveaways. Guys, I'm starting to feel sick with these noodles. That's enough with the noodles. I really feel like I'm going to throw up now. It's a bit fatty. Anyways, and then I move on to the peanut butter, which is not fatty. I want a good book. Do you guys have any good book reviews? Ideas? The books I read are definitely always teen novels, like teenager novels, teen fiction, like The Maze Runner, 13 Reasons Why. I'm naming my favorite books right now, okay? 13 Reasons Why, Forgotten, if that is what it's called, The Future of Us, which is by Jay Asher. He also wrote 13 Reasons Why the Future of Us was, oh my god, that was such a good book, where basically these two kids could like see into their future Facebook and see what their friends would be doing in the future, and they wanted to change the future, but they also realized every time they changed something, something big happened in the future. And like, I think one time like they found out they would get kids in the future, and then when they changed something, they didn't have kids anymore in the future. So yeah, it was such a good movie, you guys. I mean, book. Jay Asher is like one of my favorite writers. Like, he's amazing with his writing. 13 Reasons Why. How? Oh my god, he was so good. He is so good. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure. Ouch. This table is very dangerous. I still have the scar from the other day where I like hit my finger. Jay Asher. Oh no, where is that tweet? Okay guys, I can't find the tweet, but basically oh my. Oh my! I don't think I've ever said that before. Oh my god. Am I turning American? I feel like I never say that. I got some cramps on me and I was like, oh my. Oh. Okay, I sound so lame. Anyways, I remember Jay Asher did tweet me once, or like my tweet or something, and I was like dying because he's, oh my god, he's so good. I love the way he writes. Love it. Like, it's very hard for me to like a book, guys. I love to read books, but it needs to be a very good book for me to read it, because it takes a lot of effort for me to read, guys. I've said this so many times, but I'm dyslexic and it takes longer time for me to read. So it's going to have to, you know, be a book that actually is really, really good for me to be able to read it. I want so many things that I feel bad about it. These are the things that I put in my Amazon wishlist, guys. Well, I've heard if you put stuff in your wishlist, Amazon sometimes gives them away to you. I don't know if that's true, but that would be cool. And also, I kind of also put it there because my mom wanted me to make her a wishlist. And I put some crazy stuff in there. I put like Canon G7X, which is $500, a keyboard, which is $1,000. Well, I don't have any musical instruments, and I need it for my music class, because I'm not able to do music class now. And then I put cheap stuff too, like nail polish, some clothes, a desk organizer. Stuff I need to, like hoping my mom sees it. The only good thing about being away from each other is that, I don't know about my mom because she's not like this, but I at least I feel obligated to buy stuff to give when I come back here. Like, I didn't grow up in the Philippines, but for some reason I got the pasalubong gene. Pasalubong means like gifting. When you go abroad and you go back home, you give gifts to your family and friends. That is called pasalubong in the Philippines. And I didn't grow up there, but for some reason pasalubong is so important to me. And I always make sure to buy stuff for people so that when I come back I will give it to them. And I always feel obligated, so that is a good thing. But usually my mom also buys me stuff, so when I come back here, usually she bought me something to give, because we've been apart for so long. So it's like we need something to give to each other. I don't know if my mom is the same, but if she is, then she's watching this video. Mama, look at the Amazon wishlist. Maybe you could buy something from there. I'm so spoiled. I'm not really spoiled though, or maybe I am. I'm an only child, guys, and if you're an only child, you probably will get this, but a lot of times only childs are very, not very, but a little bit spoiled, because you're so used to now all of the attention being on you, and you're used to getting so many presents, because, I mean, who is your mom going to gift, you know? Of course you. And your aunts, who are they going to gift? You. Since they have nobody else to gift, you're the only one they will gift. Anyways, I think I've been talking for too much in this video. I don't want to let you guys go, because when that happens, you have to clean the house, and I don't want to. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please go down below and subscribe to this channel. AriaVille. Turn on the post notifications so you guys know when I upload a new video. Thanks, guys. Oh my god, I ate way too much gluten. Thanks for watching, guys. Gracias por ver, and I will see you guys the next time. Adios, amigos. Woo!